Om Sri Sai Ram. Shivaya Parameshwaraya Shashishekharaya Namah Om Bhavaya Gunasambhavaya Shivatandavaya Namah Om Bhavaya Gunasambhavaya Shiva Tandavaya Namah Om Shivaya Shashishekharaya Chandrasekharaya Namah Om Om Sri Sai Ram. The more I think about this 5 feet 3 inch beautiful God, the more I want to think about Him, only Him. The more I love Him, the more I want to love Him. You cannot have enough of this God. No ways. Those fortunate souls who enjoyed His darshan, sparshan, sambhashan, even from distance. And there are millions right from the day He declared His avatarhood. From hundred to thousands to lakhs to millions. Those who are staying in the ashram, even in closest possible proximity, like Kasturi ji or Kutumrao ji, or for that matter, any devotee. Even after having full darshan interview, just we reach our home and somebody just tells, hey, Swami is coming out in car. Everybody will leave their work, whatever, kitchen, anywhere, everywhere. They will rush. They'll inquire which road he will go, whether he will go from this side or that side. The ladies, the children, the old man on the wheelchair, the sick, the poor, everyone. It is mentioned in Satyam Shivam Sundaram that once Kasturi ji inquired from Bhagwan, is it true that Gopikas were mad after Krishna, that they could forget their parents, their husbands, their in laws, their daily household duties, and go and rush the moment Krishna calls them or plays the flute? Is it really true? Because Krishna was a small child after all, and these Gopikas were all married. They had their responsibilities. Swami told him, we'll talk about this later on. And Swami engaged him in some conversation, apparently, which was, of course, very engaging, of very great interest. And as soon as Swamiji and Kasturiji started walking towards Chitravati, those days, I'm talking about late 50s and 60s, everybody, there were small gatherings around, very few houses, everyone around. Ladies, gents, those who were taking bath, they were giving bath to their kids, somebody was cooking. Everybody whispered, hey, Swami is going to Chitravati. Hey, Swami is going to Chitravati. Everybody, all they were all highly educated. Even from Raja Reddy was from the family of kings. Not that there were small jobless people living with Swami. Swami never had any jobless person around him. All people. They started walking behind Swami and Kasturiji. Hey, today Swami is going to Chitravati now. Every day he used to go in the evening. This was odd hour. Yet everybody left there, whatever they were doing, and started walking behind Swamiji and Kasturiji. When they reached Chitravati, Kasturiji was engaged talking with Swamiji. Swami told Kasturi, look behind. This is what happened when I was Krishna. And this continued all the time. Even now, if somebody even whispers, though I will not apply our logic, mind, reasoning, anything, in spite of having interviews, eating food with Swami, if anybody comes to know that Swami has come out, one glimpse, if Swami is going from his dining room to his bedroom across the balcony, people will rush like mad. That is the attraction of this beautiful, beautiful God. Many times when I got, when you are young, you get upset, you become more demanding, and God does not listen to your demands. I used to fight. I will tell my wife, I'm not going to talk about Swami now. I can't. The moment I decided somebody will knock and come looking for me and engage me, and I'll be with him 2 hours talking only on Swami. He operates on different levels, as I mentioned in my previous talk. He is not just the body. Of course, his again and again I repeat, his form is immortal, unique. I have written, Swami has given me one beautiful poem on his form, right from curly hair to lotus feet. A beautiful poem. I wrote this down and gave it to Swami in Kodaikanal. And while I was doing his Padaseva, Swami would come and sit on his chair and pick up one or two letters from the bunch of letters which he used to collect from devotees. And he picked up my letter. And I had a trademark. I would know this is my letter. Swami looked at me and started reading my poem and smiling gracefully, beautifully. And he smiled so graciously, so beautifully that even Colonel Jogara found it unusual. He asked Swami in Telugu, Swami, what is it that makes you so happy while reading this letter? Swami said, some child has written a poem. I am doing his Padaseva. He has given me the poem, and the poem describes his entire beautiful divine form, right from curly hair to lotus feet. Beautiful. I can't give credit to myself of any authorship of that poem or any poem. I mentioned in one of my talks how he started giving me poems. And he kept the entire file on his lap and he asked the then Vice Chancellor Sampatji, I am giving him poems. But ask him, where is the second poem? I am a student of science. Never read any literature, that too from non-English medium. And then from that day, every day one poem. Morning and evening I sit for darshan. He start giving me poems in English. If I read my own poems, I can't believe that I have it. Impossible. That is the way he gives. He gives so gracefully and so graciously, so abundantly that you can't claim any authorship or ownership on that. No ways. At least in my case, and it is millions. I can't even say that I make any again that foolishness. Everyone, every devotee has a Bhagavatam. He gives and gives and gives and gives. And when he gives, when they say when God gives, it doesn't get exhausted. What man gives never lasts. What God gives never get exhausted. What man gives, it never lasts. That is the beauty of this avatar. How can we not love him? The moment you just, for one moment, just close your eyes wherever you are and just bring his form, beautiful form, and tell him, whisper to him sincerely, without any agenda, without any intentions, without any prayers. Swami, I love you. Instantly, he will give the response. And the response will be from his love. You will actually feel what he promised, he declared through El Drucker. The moment you remember me with love, be sure that very moment I too remember you with my love. Who can give this assurance? This is on physical plane. Coming to dream state. Yesterday we spoke about three stages: waking stage, dream stage, and deep sleep. This God operates even on dream. He has full control. It is mentioned in Satyam Sham Sundaram again that Swami told one devotee, I will come to your dreams every Tuesday. Can any lesser authority declare like that? I will come to your dream every Tuesday. I believe this was Tuesday, if my memory is good. I read all these books 40 years before, more than 40 years, 45. Who can declare like this and actually appear? Not only appear, of all the persons, one of the greatest scientists, Dr. S. Bhagwantam, Swami operated. He has done surgeries in dream state. The person is cured. Swami appears in dream and performs the surgery, most complicated surgery, and everything is done. And when you get up, you find everything neat and clean, and you feel, you know, that surgery has been done. There are marks of surgery, post operative, everything, and the person is cured. One lady did not have money to come to, she was probably from Calcutta, to come to Puttaparthi to attend the conference. She was probably a Sevadal and she prayed, Swami, I don't have money to even buy a ticket, and my name is put by our Samiti as a delegate. Please help me, Swami. And what does this God do? He puts return ticket under her pillow in dream. And when she gets up, she finds the tickets in her name under her pillow. These are facts recorded. He can find your ring from the ocean which you lost. He can save you in the sky when nobody is there. All your communication is broken down. Anywhere, all five elements is beyond time and space. He has proved it, not only declared, he has proved it not in one case. And that too with the devotees who claim to be great scientists and who are not like agents of God giving false propaganda. They are the people who came with a rational mind to criticize Swami, to find fault with Swami, and they surrendered. I mentioned about one scientist from German, close friend of Dr. S. Bhagwantam, who came for the first time at the suggestion of Dr. S. Bhagwantam because he had that quest. When Swami says Sai student, Swami said, Jigyasu, if you have Jigyasa, then you are my student. Otherwise, you can be student of Sri Sathya Sai University. That is a different matter. It has different norms and eligibility certificates and requirements. But to become my student, first and foremost quality is Jigyasu. You should seek. You are a seeker, seeker of higher truth. He came for the first time, that to 1960s, when he wrote a letter to his wife describing the primitive conditions of the Puttaparthi. There was no post office around. He put the letter in his pocket. Swami calls him for interview. He refuses to get attracted by Swami talking to villagers. But Swami also, nobody can compete with him in his performance. Swami as if ignored him because he was trying to show off that I am a scientist. We are going to moon. Oh, you're a scientist. Very good, Manchiri. Then Swami started talking to the villagers. And then Swami materialized a fruit in his presence, half eaten fruit which was not grown anywhere in Asia, and gave it as prasad to all people. And then Vibhuti. And then this gentleman comes out of courtesy because he found Swami to be a very lovable and adorable personality. Everybody started touching Swami's feet, and this gentleman, out of courtesy, out of respect, and he developed great respect for Swami when he saw Swami engaging in such graceful manner with poor villagers. He tried to touch Swami's feet. Swami said, No, 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 you are a scientist. जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय.